Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the Pixel Workshop. Today we're going to be taking a look at 3D meshes, which is one of the most common things to use in ZBrush. You usually use it to do a quick make poly mesh and then you begin sculpting from there. But today we're going to go look at more of the lesser known things that you can do with it, as well as some tips and tricks on how to use it better. All right, so first thing we're going to do is go to our simple tool, which you see that we have the 3D meshes here. One of the things you can do with 3D meshes is one, just click on it as a base mesh entirely, or you can actually edit these using the initialize tab inside of the tools bracket or menu. So if you drag out, gotta have a poly mesh there first. You can change like the axis. So I'm gonna hit Shift F so you can at least see the polyframe. So you change the axis from like a line X, a line Z. You can change like how dense it is to even like the number of sides or the twist. And this is also true for like the more complicated objects that are inside of the 3D Mesh tab as well, like the sweep profile, the um, sorry, Helix 3D. So it's a whole world of options you can use just to kind of make something. So say you need just like a screw to attach to something else, or you could use this to create IMM brushes even later on. So let's just say we got what we wanted and let's make it a real boy by making Polymesh 3D, right? So if you notice, the initialize tab has changed. It is become less complicated. It doesn't allow you to do any small little changes between the shapes, so you'll have to do that ahead of time. But you can use this tab to kind of make very quick one-off objects. Say like you need a cube or a cylinder, and you can still change these, but just not in so much a complicated fashion. So I use this a lot for when I need to create a wire or a tube, or just like have a plane just so I can build off like to do in Z modeler. um, Please note that when you click one of these, it will get rid of what you currently have selected in the tools subtools menu. So I'm just going to switch that over to be a cube. But you can still change it, like I said before, where you can make it a longer square, rectangle. That's what that is. Or you can do a cylinder, which this is not the greatest thing for showing a cylinder. So change that back to 2, put it back, and look, there you go. You can change like how high it is, and then that's where you start getting into the wire territory. One thing I should also note is that you can append the things that you've made inside of the 3D meshes. So when you actually go through the process of editing these, they will change inside of this bracket. So basically, that edit that we did to the Helix 3D, we can append that back in here. And if you notice, it's straighter than it was before. Next, we're going to talk about the IMM brushes. We're not going to create them just yet. I'll save that for another video, but I at least want to show you a kind of a tip, I guess, that most people don't know about. And that is the fact that you can change out the currently selected object by just having the gizmo on and then quickly selecting through your IMM brushes. And this is true for both the primitive objects as well as the more complicated objects like the nuts and bolts, which I always forget where it is, and even to the more, universal things like body parts. So like becomes incredibly powerful for when you need to like quickly iterate on something, or if you just want to place a primitive there first and then you come back with a real object later that you made in Max or Maya. I highly recommend, exploring some of these things that you could do. Like you can easily, mask this off. Like I just hit control to duplicate, but because this is masked, I can easily change out this piece and, make the entire body if I had it available. Hopefully you found these little tips and tricks helpful in some way or some form. But if you're looking for a more in-depth explanation on some of the things I showed off today, I highly recommend visiting the Pixelogic website. They have a lot more guides as well as videos on how every single thing works. But I know that sometimes it's a little bit daunting to kind of go on that website. If you have any other videos you would like to see made, just let me know down in the comments below. Other than that, please subscribe as well as hit the bell icon so you get all the notifications on my latest videos.